Hi everyone, how are you? This is Yvonne Roberts from Bonnie's Creative Designs. Wanted to stop by and say hello to everyone. Hope all is well with you. And I want to share with you what I'm working on today. And I've been, presented with this challenge of trying to make some buttons. Here are my buttons I've been working on. And I've been, faced with a challenge trying to make these buttons. I'm going to bring them down a little bit. Hopefully you can see them here. I've been faced with a challenge pertaining to making these buttons. And it's been rough for me, actually. It's like I've been trying to make these buttons and I was not able, even now, trying to get the resin on the buttons has been a real big challenge for me. Some of them, like this one, where is it? This one went on, this is the best one out of the whole bunch, I think, as far as resin goes. But I have had a huge challenge trying to make these buttons. I have been wanting to make them for a while now, and I finally got me a little collection of buttons that I've done, and I'm really proud of how they turned out. They didn't turn out too bad, but I had such a hard time trying to get my buttons to look like buttons. I had already tried them out a couple of times, and I just couldn't get it. You know what I mean? So anyway, I do have some here that I've done. I've watched videos of everybody else doing it, and I couldn't get my holes right. I could not figure that part out for nothing. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to keep working on it and working on it until I figure out how to get these buttons correct. So anyway, I'm here today because I want to show you guys how I finally got my buttons to look the way I wanted them to look. Now, mind you, they're still not like 100%. It's not like, this one. As far as the resin goes, it's not like this one. But I'm still learning how to apply resin. I'm really not that good at it. A lot of times I just use a brush, but it leaves brush strokes. But anyway, it is what it is. So I just keep working at it until I will finally get it right. So I'm going to sit that there for a minute. So I'm going to raise this back up. Hope you guys could see that. Anyway, I hope you could see this. Anyway, I'm here today to show you how I make my buttons. I kind of steered away from jewelry for a second so I could do my buttons. I really want to make a nice little collection of them. But anyway, you're going to need a hole punch. Some of you, I'm sure you know how to do this already. Maybe not sure. I'm not going to assume everybody does. But anyway, you're going to need a hole punch. You're going to need some kind of inks maybe. You're going to need some, if you can afford to get these, that's fine. A Sharpie pen. Hold on, let me put this in the video's not picking up everything. So make sure you have get you some kind of hole punch if you can. If not, then use some scissors and punch out and cut out your circles. Anyway, if you can afford to get a hole punch, then that's fine. This is an inch circle punch. Sorry. These are Tim Holtz Distress Inks. This is Tim Holtz Distress Inks. Good stuff. These are good to put on the side of your buttons to darken them, your edges. This one is just a black one. This one is called Vintage Photo. Okay, so I got like a 4-pack actually, but here's 2 of them that I'm going to leave here. Get a Sharpie pen just in case you don't have these. You can also use the edge of your Sharpie pen to color your edges. Also, you're gonna with your circle punches, if you're gonna use cereal boxes, which is what I use, cereal boxes, pizza boxes, or any kind of your cracker boxes, rice boxes, macaroni boxes, or whatever boxes you can find. Those are fine to use. Now, when you get that glossy, if you have gloss, if your back is glossy, then what you do is you're just going to take a file is another thing that you're going to use. You're going to need a file. And you're going to file the back of the part that's glossy. And then you're going to put your you're going to file that part that's glossy. And then you're going to put your glue stick. Now, you can use glue stick if you like. If not, you could use regular tacky glue, which I have. I have tacky glue and regular glue, so you could use either one of those, okay? But anyway, when you get the glossy part of your circles, make sure you file that so your glue stick or your tacky glue can hold better, okay? That's just FYI, okay? So make sure when you punch out your holes or cut out your punch out your circles or cut out your circles, make sure that you do that, okay? Another thing you're going to need is you're going to need some kind of pokey tool. Now, I got this from my clay, because I do clay as well. My pokey tool is a little bent at the end. It's a little bent at the end there. I have to straighten that out, but anyway, get some kind of pokey tool. I also use this is another clay instrument. I use this part to widen my holes, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Also, I have a hole punch here that I have that I use this also to make sure that I put some definition in the holes when I get ready to make them. I'll show you how I do that as well. And here's some resin. I have some resin in my bottle here. I got these little plastic bottles from Amazon. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you guys how I make my circles. How I make my buttons. All right, so we have I'm feeling pretty good today. Thought I'd come on and do a little something. Another thing I wanted to show you too is my collage papers. I got these collage papers off of Amazon. It comes in a book. And I thought these were really colorful, and they have designs on both sides. So I cut it up, and here's the other book that I got, which I thought this pattern is absolutely gorgeous. I like that pattern as well. And the back of it is also the same pattern on the front and the back. I got these off of Amazon as well. Got them sometime back. Anyway, I have a lot of decorative papers. I shared some of those papers with you on my page that I ordered from Temu. But anyway, here are a lot of the circles that I've already cut. I've already cut some of the circles that I showed you from the book page here. Here's some of them that I've already cut up. So we're just going to sit that over there. Now, back to this. Now, once you file this down, the glossy part, and normally what I do is I just take my hand, take off a little bit off the top here. Okay, and I'm going to rub that over my circle on the edges too, especially the edges, because it'll come off. If you don't do that well, it'll lift up when you put the resin on it, and that's something that really bothers me. I hate finishing a project and then toward the end it messes up, so I don't like that very well. Anyway, so just gonna put, now I'm gonna use, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna use 2 of these. Okay, we're just gonna use 2, and we're gonna put that on top of there like that. Okay, and then we're just gonna press that down and make sure they're nicely stuck together. Okay, my hands are a little bit dirty. I still have some of Distress ink on my hands, but I'm gonna try not to get it too dirty. This is gonna be covered up anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I have to make sure I stay in the video so you guys can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose one of my papers here. I'm going to, let's see, I like this one. Let's see. I like this one. I like this one here. Where are you at? Yeah. Can you see that? I'm not sure if you can or not. But yeah, I like this one. I like this one here. So I'm going to use that. And we're just going to take some more glue. Run my hand over this. Put some on the front here. Okay, I gotta get a rag too to wipe my hand. Okay, because I don't want to get glue all over it. I don't want to get glue all over this, so I'm gonna use my clean hand. My other hands are dirty. All right, guys, give me a second because I got to go and I should have bought that before I did the video, but I didn't. So bear with me. I gotta go get a towel so I can wipe my hands. Give me a second. I'm coming right back. All right. I'm back. Sorry about that. I should have had it before I started doing the video, but anyway, so here we go. All right. So now that that's finished, we have our beginning of our button. Now, what I'm going to do is, here's the back of my button. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to distress the sides of it with my Tim Holtz Distress Inks. And as you can see how this works, some of the brown will get on the sides. And I like it like that. Looks really vintagey. All right, then when I get ready to resin it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put more inks on the back. All right, in the meantime, in between time, what we're going to do is we're going to do our buttonholes now. So, how I do my buttonholes is I take and use one of the buttons that I've already done, and I use it for a template. I just put that on top of that like that. Put that on top of that like that. I get my pokey tool I was telling you about, and I make sure that these two are lined up perfectly so you can get your hole right. And what I do is I poke that in there just like that. And then I do the other side. Okay. All right. Put that back in there. And then now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I can. You should be able to see two little holes in there. Now we're going to make these holes even bigger by using this one. I'm going to use this one to make my hole even bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that through there. And then I'm going to, well, first of all, what I'm going to do is this one. I'm going to do this one first. Okay. All right. we're done. I can't tell if you guys can see or not, so I'm going to use this one to make my hole even bigger. And I'm just going to push that through there like that to make my hole bigger. I'm going to push that through there just to make my hole bigger. And I'm going to do it on the other side. Okay. As you can see, I have that all the way through there. So I'm going to pull that out. Now, as you can see, I have bigger holes. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as you can see, hold on a minute. As you can see that, I am going to take and I'm going to file. I am going to file the back of this. File it down. And then I'm going to take my pokey tool again and I'm going to go through this again. Put that in there again. Okay, there you have it. There's my buttonholes. Now I'm going to turn this over and we're going to add some Distress ink to this. I'm going to add some Distress ink to the back. There you go. Now that that's done, what I'm going to do now is it's ready to be put into my resin lamp. Now I got to get up again, you guys. I got to go get my brush. I keep forgetting stuff. Anybody else like that too? Keep forgetting to get stuff that you know you're going to need. I need to have all of this stuff prepared before I even get over here, but I don't always do that. So I always end up coming back because I forget something. Alright guys, forgive me, I had to go and get my brushes. Alright, so here we go. Now, I have my resin, and we're going to put some resin on here. Drop of 2, 3. Okay. And you don't want to put too much. You want to just put just enough. And you want to hold it up to the light and make sure that you can see. Now I'm just going to spread this on here. It's going to leave some brush marks. But you know what? I need to use my other brush. It's going to leave some brush marks, but I'm okay with it. It's not like I'm selling the buttons or anything like that, but as for right now, for video purposes, it's fine. But yeah, just spread that across there like that. Put that in the water. You might want to make sure that you don't cover your holes with the resin. Okay, and so I am going to put this in my lamp now. Let that get ready. Okay. And while that's getting ready, okay, um, I have my paper here. I try to separate my circles. These are my circles. I put that in one container. I have my buttons in another container. And then I have my papers that I'm going to top my buttons with. I have them in another container. So I save all of my containers. I save them all. Like these little things that little pies and stuff come in. I save these. I save my, like these things they have like tuna salad comes in them. I save these. I have my, I have some more chipboard, cardboard in here. Okay. So, I'm going to let that stay in there for a few more minutes. So I didn't want to be long. I just wanted to be here long enough so I could show you guys how I'm making these buttons. And I must say, you know, again, I'm very proud of how my buttons turned out. I mean, they didn't turn out bad. My buttons did not turn out bad. They didn't turn out bad at all. Actually, they turned out better than I thought they would. They really did. Okay. So, this button is ready. It's ready. And the only thing that's left to do is to turn it over, and I'm going to resin the back of it. So I'm going to do that right quick. When you're not using your brush, keep your brush in the water. After you put resin on it, keep your brush in the water. Okay. So I'm going to put a little more resin on here. Like I said, little dabs. If you're going to use it, do it this way. Some people can get this resin on stuff. I mean, man, they can. Excellent. I'll tell you another person who's really good at that is CJ Chandler. Excellent in putting resin on her items. She is very good with that. I'm going to continue to practice so I can be able to do the same thing. I'm not getting it right now, but I noticed that if I take my time and not be in a hurry, I can do it. You can't be in a hurry and get it right. You really do. It takes a lot of for me anyway, it takes a lot of focus in order to be able to do it right. But it's possible to do it. I have done it. Like I said, I did it with one of the with my other button over there. I could do it, but it takes a lot of time, and I have to learn to just take my time and do it right. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it does not. So some people can do things a little bit better than others when it comes to putting resin on. I'm not one of them, but I just put it on the way I know how to put it on. That's what makes us different, right? So anyway, while that's getting ready, I just want to thank you guys for stopping by. And you get a chance to see this video, I hope it's helpful. I'm going to be working on this for a while. Actually, I want to make some heart ones too. And put some holes in them as well. Sometimes it's good to just step back for a while from what you've been doing and do something else. I like challenging myself to do things that I know I'm not really good at, and making these buttons is one of them, because I want to learn how to put the holes in right. I want to learn how to put the resin on it right, at least to my satisfaction. So far so good. I mean, I'm happy with the way they turned out. I just want more. I watched a couple of videos and they helped me get there as well. All right. So here's my button. Like I said, not bad. Here's the back of it. So yeah, really proud of how that turned out. I hope you guys have a good day. You take care of yourselves and happy crafting. You take care. Bye-bye.